I think going forward, what Nigeria should do is they sit down. If really they want to be serious, you ask yourself, let's say 100,000 naira a month. Is it sustainable? Can somebody live with it? You just said a family of a man, the wife, and 2 kids. Don't go beyond 2. Then you now check if the person is living, say, somewhere else, how much will the rent be? When you calculate all this, you find out that even the 400,000 they are asking for, to me, you might not cut it for them, because you cannot, because you are taking 100,000 naira a month, assuming without conceding that that is the case. Are you going to tell the man who is selling a bag of rice for 100,000 to lower to tell the person, the other chap who is what is it called, or when the children attend school? So you see, these are some of the problems the people are facing. So this, even the 100,000, I do not support it. It's a waste. It won't take them anywhere. The 400 and something thousand they are asking should be subject to review in line with inflation. If Nigeria want to be serious, I'm saying this because I want to put myself in their shoes. In the UK, here, every year they said maybe they increase the salary by 2.5% in line with inflation. Because that's what. So government might say we won't be able to pay more than we want to leave it at 100,000. But you make sure that the inflation, the rate of inflation, when you fix that price, did not go higher. That is what economists will say, all things being equal. It's not when you fix a minimum wage or living wage, the inflation is making nonsense out of it, and you still say you gave them minimum. There is no longer minimum. Inflation has creamed up everything. So what I know, like the UK government tried to do in here, is they control inflation. They are not so much interested in increasing salary, but they make sure that the inflation did not rise. A good economist will tell you that make sure that your inflation is 1 digit. 1 digit means not more than 9%. And the closer that 1 digit is to 1%, the better. So you will be struggling between bringing it from 9. If you meet it at 9%, can it go down to 8? If it gets down to 8, can you bring it down to 7? This is what you do. But in Nigeria, we play with double-digit inflation. In the Western world, they campaign with double-digit inflation. They said inflation is in double-digit. We will bring it down. Double-digit means anything from 11. From 10. So Nigeria should be careful what even the labor. What they should be emphasizing, should be written there that every year they will review the minimum wage based on inflation. That is what any figure can come in. But whatever you are fixing with the prevailing inflation rate, make sure that that inflation stays. The moment it goes up, then something must have to give. But can Nigerian government bring inflation down? That is another thing. So that is to my take on minimum wage. There's no fast and hard ruler because we are discussing human being. There's no point giving even if you say minimum wage is 1 million naira, in the end you take 1 million naira, you can't feed on it. So it's still nonsense. But if you say inflation, if you say minimum wage is 50,000 naira, and that 50,000 naira is enough, let's talk of the functionality, the feasibility, not just the figure. Let's not bandy figure around. Let's just say, even if it's 10,000 naira a month, is it functional? Yes. Better 10,000 that you can live on than 1 million naira that you are still crying. So that is what we are saying. Because we are not living, even if you are having so much money, but you are not living. Isn't it? You are not living. It's better you have a small amount of money and then you live with it, because the economic system, there's economic stability, than for you to demand 1 million and you are giving 1 million and tomorrow everything rises. So you say, then you come back again and shout. So government has a duty, the central bank, that has to maintain macroeconomic stability, which is low interest rate and low inflation. If they achieve this thing, which they achieved under Sani Abacha for the first time in Nigerian history. So if they can do this, that is when people will now talk. You don't need to know what goes on, because the inflation is fairly stable. Then the other one, interest rate, if you want to invest, is fairly stable. Then the economy goes on. So that is what to me would have to factor in when they are discussing interest